Welcome to another episode of the Veterans Corner. I'm Chuck Wooden, I'll be your host. As in episode 1 of this two-part series, usually we have Donna as a co-host, but she is now a guest again for the second part of the two-part series. Welcome, co-host slash guest.
Thank you.
Donna is the executive director of the Veterans Strong Community Center out of Bristol. And with us also is Amy Wernicki. She is, I forgot the title, the president of the board of directors.
I am.
Look at that. I didn't see that. I wasn't looking on my notes and I got it.
I'm impressed.
So welcome. This is the first time you've been here.
It is.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's you're going to have a good time. You know, a lot of information. It's good. We might as well just jump right into it.
Sure, absolutely. Let's go.
Actually, Amy, for you first. What does the board of directors do for the Veterans Strong Community Center?
So our responsibility really is to try to make Donna's life easier.
Yeah.
I sometimes when I call and I say I have a great idea, I think I probably make her life more difficult. But the goal is really for us to help give her the support that she needs to be successful. So whether that's raising money, getting sponsors and donors, if it's something that we have the skill set to do for her so that she doesn't have to take on that extra work.
You guys take over all of the fundraising responsibilities for me, which is a huge, huge help with the center.
Who makes up the board?
We have 8. And it's a combination of veterans and civilians from the community. And I'm going to give recognition to all of our board members. I'm going to name them. So we have Amy, who is our president. Ed Litherland, who is a retired command sergeant major. Stanley Piotrowski, who is also a veteran. John Lodovico, who's a veteran. Patrick Nelligan, who's actually our co-founder, and he is still in the Army Reserve. Roger Chason, who is a local attorney to Bristol, Melanie Dio, who is a veteran, and Maggie Wernicki. Maggie's our special board member. Maggie's actually a high school student. She's Amy's daughter, but she actually has a title. She is Miss Connecticut Young, I have to read this, sorry guys, Teen Princess American Woman of Service. And it's a mouthful, but she does a tremendous amount of the fundraising for us. She uses her platform and just gets droves of people to do our raffles and everything with us. So she's an invaluable part.
That's great. I mean, just being involved with the veteran community over the years, you know, I've seen her grow up.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah. Was it Miss Forestville?
She was Miss Mom City's outstanding teen.
That's
when
right.
you met her.
That's right. And that was the big joke when I was running one of the events, Chrysanthemum. Remember that? I couldn't say the word. And I'm from Bristol. I couldn't say it. But I promised her by the time we got to the event, I would be able to say it, and I did. But she's done a tremendous job for the community.
Thank you.
Really
I have to give her credit. She's the reason that I'm involved in veterans. When she was 5 years old, she saw a Wounded Warrior commercial, and she just looked at me and said, "I have to do something. I need to make a difference. I need to help the veterans." And I was like, "Okay. What do you want to do?" Yeah. And she said, "I'm going to have a lemonade stand." And we live at the end of a cul-de-sac, so I'm like, where are you getting traffic for this? And sure enough, our neighbor had a tag sale. She held a lemonade stand, and our local JCs heard about it and said, would she come speak to us about her lemonade stand? And she was scared and she hid behind a piece of paper shaking, and they were so proud of her. They matched what she raised at her lemonade stand, and after that she made it her mission to help a veteran, you know, every day and do something important to make a difference in their lives. And she started her own platform, Voices of Honor, salute and support our troops and veterans, and she lives it every day with her work at Veterans Strong.
Yep. She's wonderful. And during the pandemic, at the height of the COVID lockdown, Maggie and my son Luke, who used to be on our board, but he graduated high school and got too cool for us, I guess. They would make breakfast for Agape House and deliver it and help pass it out and everything. So they're both, I gotta toot Luke's horn a little bit.
Absolutely.
They're both really into service, so.
And it was great because we had a lot of veterans who needed the services of Agape House. So we do a lot. I think a lot of people don't realize, as much as we serve the veterans ourselves, we partner with a lot of other organizations so that our veterans can get services through other channels, not just us. Yeah. So the work that Maggie and Luke did with Agape House is instrumental to helping some of our veterans, because we have veterans who utilize the services at Agape House, which is a resource center in Bristol. What they do is they provide breakfast and lunch every day, Monday through Saturday, as well as toiletries and clothing resources. They help them look for employment. They have social service resources. We have veterans who go there who aren't ready to come to us yet and ask for help. And they also are a referral service to us. So if a veteran does come into Agape House and is looking for help, they connect them with us right away to make sure that they get the support and services that they need.
That's great. Yeah. You mentioned the other names.
Yep.
I mean, on behalf of the Veterans Corner also to them, I mean, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Can't do it without them.
No.
Thank you for what you do for veterans. I mean, it's a tremendous service, and it's appreciated. I don't think you can put it in words to describe how much it's appreciated. How much of the budget is covered by the fundraisers?
We cover, in the last couple of years, it's been about $15,000 that we raise through fundraisers each year. And sometimes we do the fundraisers and they're earmarked for specific events. Like we did one and we hope to be able to put it on this fall. We keep getting it pushed back because of COVID. But we want to take a small group of veterans, maybe about 5 or 6, on a Jeep ride. We have some property that's available to us, and coming from a Jeeping community myself, we have Jeeps available, and we just want to get them out to socialize and do something fun, something they normally wouldn't do. Yeah, if we keep it to the fall, it'll be kind of scenic, with the fall colors. But we generally do fundraisers that just go into the general pot, the general budget, and that way we can use it for whatever we need to, whether it's we need office supplies in the center or postage stamps to mail things out to, I don't know, what it's some toiletry bags.
I was going to say, one of the things that we, during the height of COVID, when we needed to be able to bring food and supplies to our homebound veterans, we used a lot of the money to be able to provide food for them because they weren't comfortable going out into the stores. Yeah. So a lot of our resources went to that. Yeah. Now we see things change a little bit. As we've changed with COVID, we have a bigger need for technology so that we can really become less paper driven, have things on the cloud, and that really required us to have some technology enhancements. So our fundraising's gone there, and we've really seen as the president, that was my main goal coming into this organization, was how can I improve our fundraising strategy? How can I look more strategically, long term, and get us work smarter, not harder, and better bang for our buck with our fundraisers? Because with such a small board, we don't want to be asking the same people all the time for their efforts and their sponsorships. So how do we go out and make sure that we're using our resources appropriately?
Yeah. It's tough when you're constantly going to the same well.
Oh, yeah.
So we're very strategic about that, of making sure that we don't ask the same people multiple times a year, and making sure that when we ask someone for support, we are giving back to them as well. Just today, I had a conversation with ShopRite. ShopRite of Bristol is an amazing partner with us. They have helped us so much over last 5 years?
Oh, yeah, always.
They are always helpful.
Great
Like
partner.
one of the things that they've been great about is helping us with nutrition and providing nutrition to our veterans and fresh food when it's not always readily available. And so I was just working with them today. We want to host a chili cook-off. So it's one of the things that's in the planning and works.
Yeah.
I want to do a hometown hero chili cook-off and have different veteran groups and firefighters and the police force and even maybe the recruiters. I want like everyone to kind of be against each other, but I also want to tie it in with their partners and caring campaign that's so important to them. They help us so much. How do we help you? And that's one of the things that we've been moving more and more into is how do we help you as well?
Yeah, the chili cook-offs. I mean, let's face it.
I'm excited.
It's a great time. They're always successful.
Yeah.
It builds camaraderie amongst the contestants. It's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, it's fun. Couple years back when they were holding chili cook-off, they called me and they're like, oh, well, we already have the police and the ambulance and the fire. I'm like, so what about the recruiters? We have a very active recruiting station. You've got National Guard, our Army, Air Force, and Marine that have a station in Bristol. Get them involved. And watching the competition between the recruiters was hysterical. It was just so much fun to watch their interaction,
Yeah.
and they were just having a great time with it. And then, of course, you have the police and fire, which naturally have a competition amongst themselves anyway. But it was
Always.
really great, always. But it was really great. And then we got to vote, and they're fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get correction officers to have their own group.
Oh, I don't know who we could ask for
Yeah,
that.
I don't know. And then I want to get the police cadets to have their own. So this is going to be the battle of the best. I'm really excited about it.
Really get out there, pack the house, and
Yeah.
Oh, that's one thing. I go, I go big or I go home.
well, it's since you brought it up, you might as well just have everyone else go home if you bring corrections in because they're going to win that. So.
Oh, those are big words. I hope all the recruiters out there hear this.
I won't be in town that day. But while we're talking about fundraising, what kind of fundraising do you do?
So some of the different things we have coming up, on June 5th, we actually are holding a can and bottle drive. So with the can and bottle drive, we're working smarter, not harder. We found an amazing organization called iRecycling, and they are actually going to partner with us at Bristol Senior Center. So June 5th is a Sunday from 10 to 2. They're bringing up a truck for us, and we're going to have people come by and drop off cans and bottles, and they'll take them away and return them for us, which is great.
One thing that we have to do on this show, because they play it over and over again, that's 2022.
Correct. July 5th.
2022. We don't want you showing up July 5th, 2023
No.
and say, where is everybody?
And
That's
don't show
true.
up July 5th.
Yeah.
June 5th.
Oh, June 5th.
What-
Did I say
June
July?
What did I
Yeah,
say?
You both said no.
See?
You
Sorry.
said June, and then Chuck said July.
Yeah, I said July. I got it
No,
written down
June.
right here.
June.
But I just wanted to make that point.
Yes.
Whenever the viewers hear dates on this show, if we mess up, it's usually that year. We
That's
try
the
to make
point.
sure that we make that
Yep.
point.
June 5th, 2022. We're
Yeah.
doing a can and bottle drive, 240 Stafford Avenue in Bristol from 10 to 2 p.m. And then we're also, our big event this year
I'm waiting.
is Whiskey for Warriors. So that's
Yeah,
our big event. It's October 22nd, 2022 at the Bristol DoubleTree. We're going to have some games, some really exciting games that we're going to host. And we are also going to have a different entertainment there. So we're really excited. It's going to be a very different event than we've ever held, but we're really looking forward to bringing the community together and coming out for a great time to support our veterans.
Sounds like it's going to be a great year.
Yeah, it is. And we spread in little fundraisers throughout the year too. Like we do 2 calendar raffles. We do one in the spring and then one in the fall. We will do restaurant give back nights. Those are things that like we just set it up and it's good to go. We don't, no muss, no fuss. We don't have to do a lot of heavy lifting for it. What else have we done? Spice sales. We had a
yep.
request to do our spice sale again, so we'll probably do that. With we partner with Nutmeg Spice Company out of Terryville.
Yes, I've heard of them.
Awesome local company, awesome
they're wonderful.
Spices. If you don't buy Nutmeg spices already, I'll put a plug in for them if we can do that. I don't know.
Their stuff is so good.
And we do pin sales when we're out at events and the farmers market and stuff. We always have the branch pins.
Okay, yep.
So we do pin sales, and then
Is that the Charter Oak? The
Charter
branch? Is that the tree?
Oh, no,
No,
so
we
they're
do,
like Marines, Army,
Okay,
Coast
oh.
Guard,
branch.
military
Oh my
branches.
God. He was trying to make a joke.
Well, actually not. It's been a long day. And,
No, he was serious.
well,
I was
yeah,
trying to say
I was serious because we had at one point where there was a lot of the Charter Oak
Yeah, no, we get
trees that
the
were.
Army, Navy,
Yeah, branch. Okay.
those branches.
I should know better than that, but
And you can buy those.
that one slipped by me.
And you can buy those pins from us at the 2 military appreciation nights that are coming up.
Yeah.
The first one's July 2nd, 2022 at Bristol Blues game.
Okay.
We will be there. And then we are very honored this year. The New Britain Bees actually has asked us to coordinate their military appreciation night on July 8th, 2022. So it's going to be, we're working with a number of local organizations such as House of Heroes, Boxes to Boots.
Yeah.
I always say their name backwards, so I hesitate. And then DAV Chapter 8 in New Britain and the Wreaths Across America program to bring together a really great program for a Military Appreciation Day out with the bees.
Yeah, it's good. It's always a great day.
Oh, yeah.
At actually any one of the 2 stadiums.
Yeah, it's good.
Hartford
And
or New Britain.
I think at both, definitely know at the Blues, veterans will get in free. Do you know how it's going to be at the Bees?
Yes, so at the Bees game, veterans will get in free as long as they show that they have the flag on their ID or a military ID.
Okay. You know, last year was a big anniversary day for the center.
Yeah.
With the pandemic going on, I mean, did it do anything to curtail the celebration?
No, we were able to have our event at the Doubletree we did it September 11th, which our true anniversary is July 1st every year. But we wanted to push it back a little bit because of the pandemic and things that were going on. So we chose September 11th for numerous reasons relevant to veterans, and we thought we needed that spirit again. You know, after September 11th, there was a certain spirit in the country of patriotism, and I felt, and Amy felt, and other members of the board, that after everything we'd gone through with the pandemic and politics happening, everything that happened in politics, that we needed that feeling again. So that's why we chose September 11th. And we had an awesome anniversary bash at the Doubletree. We had live entertainment, we had a raffle, we had the dinner. The best part of the evening, though, was we did a Quilts of Valor quilting for eight veterans. Some of our board members, some just veterans from the community that people reached out to us and had heard that we were doing the Quilts of Valor quilting, and would we quilt their veteran. So that
We
was
actually
awesome.
have to have them back on the show again.
Yeah.
It's been a while. The last time I got surprised, you
Oh,
weren't here.
you were quilted.
Yeah.
I saw that episode on YouTube.
Yeah, that was.
They have
They said I was for the first time speechless. I was. I didn't expect that.
We need to do that again.
I would say that was my question, if you had had a quilt yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, they have a new director, state director, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
J-
Deborah would love to be on.
Well, that's. We'll have to put that on a list, Donna.
Yeah, we'll definitely reach out to her.
You know, do you have anything planned again that's similar to the anniversary party?
Well, the Whiskey for Warriors
That's what
will
we're
take
using.
over for the bash, and hopefully that's something we can do every year. You know, we toyed with the idea of a wine tasting, of just a dinner, But I don't know, I got into whiskey over COVID. I don't know why, but I was like, I want to do a whiskey tasting. So we're doing whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey for warriors beat out my vino for veterans.
Well, just two separate events.
Oh, there we go.
So maybe we'll just next year will be
separate
vino for
events.
veterans.
I mean, there's 12 months. You can always, I would be happy to attend both.
It's all about getting out and having fun
Yeah.
and socializing again, and just, it's a good cause. I hope everyone thinks it's a good cause. So.
I'm sure it is. We were talking about all the fundraising.
Mm-hmm.
Do the towns contribute?
Yes. So those 7 communities, Bristol, I'll name them again, Bristol, Burlington, Harwington, Plainville, Plymouth, Thomaston, and Wolcott, all contribute to our operating costs based on the number of veterans that live in those communities.
Okay.
So every year I look at census data and we tweak it. But that portion covers about 50% of our operating expenses. So the rest is fundraising, donors, sponsors, and grants, which I'm busy writing all the time.
Yes.
What are some of the fun community-wide events that you will be doing this summer? I'm sure you've got some plans.
Oh yeah, we've got some fun things. Well, besides the baseball games, which I'm excited about because I know a young man is going to be playing for the New Britain Bees, who I knew as a baby. I knew him before he was even born. So I'm excited to be doing the Bees games. But we will be having, we're going to be at the Bristol's Farmers Markets. I'm working on dates for that. We're going to be at the Plainville Senior Center on June 7th, 2022 for a health and wellness fair.
That's always a good one.
In the past, we've done Burlington Tavern Day, we've done the Thomaston Car Show, Mum Festival. Those things are usually later in the season, so we don't have dates yet, but those are the types of things. We'll get out and do community events.
Yeah.
So if someone's having one and you want us there, let us know. If we can schedule it, we'll be there.
All these events are on your website.
Always. Website, newsletter, Facebook page.
Website again.
Website is www.vetstronginc.org.
Yeah. And if for email address, it's
info@vetstronginc.org.
I mean, without the viewers, the public, what you guys do would be extremely difficult.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So with that being said, that's all the time we have. I want to thank you for being here for the very first time.
Thank you for having me.
It was great having you here. Donna, next show, you'll be back as co-host. Can't wait.
Yep.
It was something different this time. Two-part
Yeah,
series.
it
We
was
needed
good.
to do it. I'm glad we did it. So with that being said, want to thank the viewers for watching tonight. Thank you again, for the guests, for being here. That's all the time we have. Thank you from the Veterans Corner. I'm Chuck Wooden. Good night.
Riverview Apartments is Bristol's 2-time beautification award-winning residence community for adults age 55 and older. They offer 1 or 2 bedroom apartments with modern appliances, air conditioning, wall-to-wall carpet, and tiled floors. Both heat and hot water are included. Riverview also offers a wide range of activity rooms that include a billiard parlor and a spacious community room. It is handicap accessible with safe, secure parking for tenants and ample off-street parking for visitors. 860-940-6757 or riverviewbristol.com.